Hello? Testing. All right, looks good. Okay, camera works. Seek. Bit crackly. Okay, let's see if I can try to fix that. It is right under me, so I'm trying to turn it down. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, can you hear me? How about now? Is that better? Less crackly? Very quiet? How about now? Is that better? I'm trying to make sure that like I can get a little bit of noise, but not too much. How's that? Same crackle, your volume was fine. Huh. Interesting. I mean, it is close to me, so it's probably gonna make some noise when I move around. What if I try this? Yeah, it could be just moving around. One sec. I'll try and move where it is. Where can I put it? Okay, so I've just moved it. I'm just going to zip up my stuff, so if you hear that, that's what that is. Hey, legend, thank you. Thank you for that, Jason. I appreciate that. Welcome to the community, man. I haven't shipped out yours yet. I need to go down to the post office, so I'll be heading there after this, I think. But thanks, man. I appreciate that. All right, what up? So you should see me now. What up? How you doing? Let me zoom out a little bit. What's cracking? All right, that's a bit dark, isn't it? So the sun is doing funky stuff. Let's try that. Rad. I think that's a bit better. All right, cool. Just gonna do a little bit of a B string today. First time doing anything like this, so we'll see. See how it all goes. It's when you get close. Okay. Sick. All right. Groovy. Well, this is my little beehive. It's got a couple of different layers. That's what it looks like. I'm trying to get it so it's not too bright, but then also not too dark. I think this is pretty good here. Groovy. All right. Well, let's crack her open, I reckon. I might just zoom in and maybe lift yours up a little bit. Oh, my head. Okay, how we doing? Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. We're all good, we're all good. Okay, should put you up a little bit higher. Maybe you can see a little bit more. Rad. Okay, sweet. Cool, so today, just gonna do a little bit of an inspection and potentially harvest a little bit of honey. But for the stream, I'll only be kind of just pulling frames out. I think you won't see the rest of the harvesting process. So this is the top of my beehive. So here you can see all of the bees. Some of them. This is very few. Unfortunately, I think lighting is going to be a bit of an issue throughout the whole thing here. So, just because of where the sun is and how awkward it's going to be. But hopefully, it's not too bad. Is that too bright maybe? Maybe I should turn it down. Should I make it a little bit darker? I think it might be alright. Hard for me to tell. It does look quite bright. My granddad used to have bees, could never go near them. Dude, that's fair. I got stung yesterday. So, it happens. It's part of the trade when you have bees. But they are just fascinating creatures. So there's a lot of comb on the top here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. There's a bunch of hive beetles. Get out of here. Now, when you are opening up a hive, you need to find a frame that has the least amount of comb in between. So bees often make this comb pattern in between the frames, and so that's what you're seeing across there. Now, let's see, what can we do here? All of them have a lot of comb, because I haven't been here inside here for a while now, so they've had a lot of time to build up extra comb, which makes it a lot harder for me. Just give them a light smoke. So when you smoke bees, it makes them think that there's a fire, and they kind of get out of the way. They panic a little bit, but then they calm down and go and eat some of the honey. Now, it's very useful to use when you need to move them from a certain area if you're trying to do something there. You know, you don't want to squash bees. And try really hard to not squash any bees, but unfortunately that is part of having bees. Part of maintaining them and making sure they're all okay. It means you have to open them, and when you open them, there is a good chance, in fact it's virtually impossible, to not harm bees while you do it. Unfortunately, it's the worst part of the gig, in my opinion. So what I'm doing now is I'm just splitting the comb that is in between the frames. And so you can see there's a bunch of honey on my tool. Whole bunch of honey on there. Let's see, let me check the chat. Hey, what up, NF God? How you doing? Do you not lose bees from having the top wide open? Yeah, they fly away occasionally, but they always come back. They always come back. Welcome, NF God. Welcome back today. Should be a good little stream today, I think. Be a pretty chill one. This is what they use as their home, so bees often fly in and out, but they will always come back. So, there's a lot of honey in here, which is why I think I need to take some. Excuse me, little bee. You are right in the way. Squish, squish. I'm just trying to get this bee to move out, because I don't want to squish him. I think he might be trapped. Back up. Out you come. Come on. Just trying to clear the way for this little guy. Might be handy if I had like a GoPro kind of camera. That way I can show you as I'm doing this stuff. Maybe in the future. Ooh, hop on out. Come on. I'm trying not to. He's really not wanting to come out. It's 4 in the morning. I'm feeling dead, but it's good. Fair enough. Come on, bee. Hop on out. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this guy out. He's not moving. Come on. You gotta hop out. Let's try and scoop him. Very gently. Scoop him up. There you are. Freedom. Alright. So, this is a part where you have to be very gentle. This is where you lift up each frame. So basically what you do is you have this hive tool here, which is like a little J. And so you pop one end in, and then you crack it up. Now, bees will put wax wherever it's needed. And so they'll use wax everywhere, because it's needed everywhere. And so they'll often put wax underneath these, and you need to crack them open and crack them up. Getting the first frame out is the most damaging to the hive, as it can kill bees in the easiest way. Now, let me make sure everything's going good. Yeah, cool, cool. Okay. So this top box here is entirely full with honey. So it doesn't have any of the baby bees or anything else. It's just exclusively used for honey. And so, when we lift this up, you get to see that. So generally you want to be as slow as possible, but sometimes it is quite difficult to do that. Excuse me, little guys. Okay. And so this is a frame full of honey. It's quite difficult for me to show this. But there's one frame, and it is full to the brim, as I expected. So I'm just going to shake a couple bees off. And I think I'll just rest it down below here, just to put it out of the way. see little bees on my hands. Now, it's a very sticky job. There's honey everywhere. But it's part of beekeeping. Now, let me have a quick look. See how you guys are doing. I'm gonna first time chatter. What does that say? Oh, it's completely full. Yeah, dude, it's sick. Man, I'm gonna get honey all over my laptop. Hopefully not too much, but completely full. And hopefully not too much on the camera either. I'm gonna try my best not to. Let me show you this frame again, so you can see. So it's so full. So in this, there's probably around 4 kilos of honey, I would think. The frame probably weighs about, 6 or so, 6 kilos, maybe. But yeah, it's quite a lot of honey. Now, I'm just gonna take this around the side and put it into the, I guess my carrying tray. Now, you guys should still be able to hear me. Actually, what I'll do is I'll move this just over here. Oh, it's way out of the way. Cool. Now, how you guys doing? It's really hard to read the chat. All right, that's one frame. Inside my hive, inside this top box is 10 of them. So I'm gonna go through the process of getting them all out. The ones that are full, I'll take. And then the ones that aren't, I'll leave. So the first frame is always the hardest to get out, and the one prone to most injury. The other ones after that, relatively simple. You can just crack open the frame just to the side. Like that. And it's the same thing. You take the J tool and you crack up the frame and you lift it up. And you take the other side and do the same. This frame has been in here for a long time, so there's plenty of time for them to fill it with honey. As you can see, it's full, it's dripping. And all of the bees are now being full and coated with honey. And I'll just shake a bunch of these bees off. So these little guys can stay in the hive. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to take this around the side and hope that the remaining bees that are on here will fly away. I just spilled water everywhere. How good. Luckily it's just a bucket of water for the bees. I'll have to top that up after. Cool. That's 2 frames out. So like I said, in this top box there's only honey. So you won't be able to see, I won't be showing you any brood or anything today, unfortunately. It'll just be exclusively honey. And yeah, maybe another day I'll bring you guys in and do a full tour. Let's have a look and see if there's any. Completely full. Sick. Alright, nothing else. If you've got any questions, feel free to message them in. I'll try and answer them. It's a bit difficult for me to read them, but I can give it a crack. So the same thing with this frame. Just gently popping the J tool under and lifting and hopefully removing or breaking some of the wax that they've put down the bottom. So that way it's easier for me to lift it up. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can hear the bees. Oh my, they have joined this frame to the wall. Oh my goodness. Well, that is something I haven't seen for a while. Just gonna try and join that back on together. I think I'm gonna have to move quick with this one, so I don't know if I'll be able to show you. We'll see. So, this frame here, see this rip right down the middle? That's where they joined it to the wall. And so, still a lot of honey in here. It's very full, but yeah, they joined it to the wall. So, I think I'll do the same thing. Take it over to the side. Shake off a bunch of the bees. And I'll take it over here. And take it over for harvesting. Might even get a little bit of honeycomb out of this one. I haven't taken honeycomb before. But maybe I'll take it on that one. So the main thing when you're beekeeping, you know, if anyone ends up interested in it, you want to be very slow with the bees. You want to be very calm. And if you're calm, they should be generally relatively calm. I mean, as calm as they can be when their home's being invaded. So, what do you even do with all the honey you get? That's a good question. I do a bunch of stuff with it. My favorite thing to do with it is to sell it or give it away. So depending, you know, for Christmas presents I gave some honey to some people, some family members and stuff. Some other people like to buy it from me. And it's entirely, you know, it's up to them, depending on how I feel as well. I get a lot of it, so there's too much for me and my family, but I get to share it with other people, which is awesome. And, you know, other people see it, and they get excited, and they learn about beekeeping, or they ask me about beekeeping, and I get to share that with them. Some of them are interested enough, and they end up, you know, looking into getting in bees and having their own bees, which is awesome. But generally, I can't eat it all. It's way too much for a family, because it's just absurd. So I give it away, or, you know, I sell it. Having bees isn't exactly cheap, or at least, you know, getting the setup for it isn't cheap. So being able to recoup some of that money is nice when I get to sell some of this. So you can see a whole bunch of bees and some more honey. This one's another full one with a whole lot of bees down the bottom. Now, these gloves I'm wearing are leather. Well, they might be fake leather or leather, I'm not sure. And the honey actually makes it quite slippery. So I do have to be quite careful with how I hold it. And same thing, just gonna take it over here, put it over to the side. And we'll grab another frame. And we're just gonna rinse and repeat. Now, generally, you wouldn't find a full box, or occasionally you can get a full box full. But as I've left this for so long, there are a lot, and there is a lot of honey. So, now, can I move this mouse? Oh, I can move this. Just let me quickly check over here. Click back on here. Okay. Sweet as. Alright, let's keep going. Finally, there's a bit of shade, which is nice. The sun has been out all day and it's been very warm. But there's been shade in and out, and hopefully the shade stays for a little bit more. Now I'll zoom you guys in a little bit more, so you guys can see just the bees flying about, doing their thing. And same thing, I might just grab my smoker, just hit them with a couple puffs of smoke, just so they can get out of my way a little bit. Because the more they're in the way, the harder it is for me. The harder it is for me, more likely I'm going to kill bees, which I don't really want to do. Let's do the same thing. Just going to crack some of the wax that they build up. Trying very hard to, sometimes it's quite difficult to try and not harm bees when you're opening them, but I try really hard not to. Another beautiful full frame of honey. Let's see if you guys can see that. Show you guys some bees from the side. There you go, see some close-ups and stuff. Shake off a bunch of bees. And then I'm just going to place this off to the side yet again. So the bees, you know, as they've been open for a fair bit of time now, they will eventually start to get a little bit agitated, and so I'm not quite sure if you guys can hear the bees but in my mic, but if you can, you might hear them get a little bit more riled up. Now let's see. It's weird seeing you guys have so much sun and warm weather. It's been snowing here for the last 5 days. Damn, there you go. Yeah, it's been pretty warm here. This is our, you know, peak summer, I guess. However, the weather has been a bit odd. It's been kind of on and off. Some days hot, some days cold, which isn't really normal for our summer. Normally we get just 48-degree days. But I'm quite enjoying the non-superheat storms that we normally get. So, oop, a little bit of a slippage. Unfortunately, I think I might have just injured a bee. Now, just going to move these guys. This one has a lot of wax on it. It's a very heavy frame because of all the extra wax they put on at the bottom. Another frame, full top to bottom. So this, like I said, these have been in here a very long time. So I knew they would be full, just hadn't had a chance to harvest them due to the weather. So that's what I'm doing today. Oh, I didn't shake this one off. I should shake them off first. Try and reduce some of the bees that are out and about. Whew. Now, should preface that I am not a professional beekeeper by any means. I'm just someone who likes bees and has them in home by Getting there. Almost got 4 more frames left, so that's 6. So now there's 4 more in here. Might just quickly try and adjust the camera. I was trying not to put the camera in the sun, so I had to kind of put a bit of a weird angle. Let's try. All right. Now let's have a look here. What else we got going on? Okay, cool. Let's grab this next frame. So as you can see, they don't really work when they get shaded, but it's the only way to basically off. So that way, there's try to harvest them. Mic is starting to come from time. I can do right now. Perhaps I can. Hello? Mic still seems like it's okay, but it might be. So I'll reduce how much I move. Unfortunately, just so I can put it somewhere, that's all. But, yeah. A bit just to move a little bit out. My smoker is running out. Oh no. Get away. Very slowly, trying to be as cautious as possible with them. Another full frame. what I'm going is downsize. So generally, when I harvest normally, they harvest them and put the whole box back on. But I've noticed that my hive has been lately, so I think I'm going to do is not put the box back on, and hopefully just box and fly. Hello? Can you hear me now? Let's check. Ooh. Hello? Can you hear me now? I think you should be able to now. Apologies. I left the mic. My mic battery died. So the smoke is made out of cardboard or anything else. Like, put cardboard in there, put dead grass, anything that isn't toxic. So things like ink, magazine paper is bad. But yeah, I'll use toilet paper rolls. So I didn't know if you guys heard that, or if you heard that answer. But all right, groovy. So this is the last frame here. And so after this, I'll just wrap it up, put everything back together, and then we'll probably call it a stream, because after that I'm going to have to go take it inside and harvest stuff. And that'll take me a little bit, and it'll be too awkward for me to film. So this is final frame. I believe it's all full. Yeah, full. All right. Cool. Now let's crack off this top box, which is held together by a whole lot of their wax. This should hopefully come off relatively easy now. Groovy. And just take this off. Put this off to the side here. Ways the bees can get out, in and out, and clean up that box. And so, now, this is the flow frames. So for today, we're just going to pack this up, pop a lid on top, and then maybe in the future, we'll go through what these do and show everything all about that. Just going to snip off some of these bits of high comb, so that way the lid goes on nice and firm. Now, will the lid go on nicely? Not quite as nice as I thought. I'll grab the other lid maybe. Let's do that. Still a heap of bees on here. This is a fancy flow hive lid. It's not really that different when you look at it, but hopefully we get to pop this on. Another bee strain. No, it's not toxic. It's not toxic. It's just, yeah, like regular smoke, like you would smell if there was a bushfire or something. That's the whole purpose of it. So it's meant to just make them calm. I think there's a bushfire, and then they'll calm down and, yeah, just go and eat honey and make it easier for me to work them. So I'm just going to press down on this box, on this lid. A couple of bees. Cool. Well, that's the beehive. So we've taken this off, these boxes, and hopefully they'll, yeah, just compact in size and give them a nice little lid. All these other bees that are out and about, they'll eventually fly back in, and they'll come into the hive, and yeah, so they'll chill out and pop back in the hive eventually, and then should be good. So now I'm going to take those frames that are out there, I'm going to spin them around, harvest the honey, and then yeah, I think that'll be it. So groovy stuff. Well, that's been the beehive stream. I hope that's hope you've enjoyed. Hope that's been fun. An interesting adventure. So the 7 frame is for the flow hive. So yeah, so the 7 frame is for the flow hive. So the 10 box, the 10 frame boxes, they use 7 flow hive frames. Versus what the 8 frame uses a 6 flow hive. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just got one a little bit ago, and they're pretty rad. They look really nice too. Hopefully, maybe we'll see, and maybe I'll maybe if I feel like it, we'll do another bee stream at some point and go through kind of the whole flow frame stuff and whatnot. But yeah, nice to meet you, Thandor. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, there aren't many beekeepers on here, so thanks for hanging out. I've got a bit of a long day ahead of me. I still got to go ahead and harvest 10 frames. But yeah, it should be good. Should be a decent time. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to wrap it up here. Let me just make sure. See what else is happening. Just in the other. Hoping to stream come spring. Yeah, it's sick. Awesome. Yeah, there's not many around. I don't. I generally just do keyboard crap, but yeah, this has been an interesting one. It's a lot of effort to do a bee stream, but hopefully it was enjoyable. I hope everyone who was here got to hang out and enjoy it. Alright, well, I'm going to pretty much wrap up here. If I can bloody press my thing. I'm going to end the stream now. So, take care everyone. thanks for hanging out. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe or whatnot. Check out the Discord and all that crap. Not subscribe, follow. That's the one. Anyways, that's it. That's me done. Take care. And of God, thanks for hanging out. I know it's super early for you, so enjoy that. And have a good rest of your day, man. And yeah, I'll catch you guys around.